Most detailers think that they need to be pushy to sell high-ticket ceramic coatings. What if I told you that we sold $1,000 plus deals, not being pushy, not being gimmicky, and literally, and sometimes even 20 minutes. And right now, I'm gonna break down the exact process from the time that the client figures out about us, watching our ad sets, into our sales funnel, and then into our close. I'm gonna walk you through the exact thing on a live sales call for one of my sales reps closing $1,000 here right now. So here's the context. Most of you guys know that Meta is my main source of all of my marketing. Like I said, bread and butter is inside of ceramic coatings, and that's where I market my high ticket services. We spend about $8,000 to $10,000 on Facebook and Instagram every month, and that's exactly where this lead came from. The framework of my ad has worked time and time again and works every single day, getting us about 20 leads per day, 600 leads a month, and that is how we close on average about 80 ceramic coatings each and every month. So let me work you through the framework of the ad set first and foremost, which is one of the most important, right? So we have the ad set here. We have our hook, our body, and then our offer. The way that I basically strategically place that is our hook is what stops somebody from scrolling. Our hook is what engages somebody and gets them to actually watch your video. Your body is the bulk majority of your video and your content. This is where you're going to educate your client on what your service is and why they want to buy it. And then at the end of it, we have the offer. Between the hook and the body, the client's 80% of the way there, sometimes even 90% of the way. They're like, oh, I need this. Oh, I want this. This is something that I want. But how do you get them over that line to get them at 100%, which is the offer, right? Which creates FOMO, fear of missing out. If they don't jump on this right now, then they're going to miss out on this offer, and then they're gonna miss out on whatever it is that they wanna get, right? So creating that irresistible offer is exactly how we're able to get this guy from watching our video inside the funnel. So now let me go ahead and jump into the call.
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Really good. Thanks for asking. I just looking through our platform here, so that you submitted a request for some of our ceramic coating services. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. Have you ever had ceramic coating done before?
I have, the last vehicle that I got at the dealership. I don't know what kind of quality it is they do there.
Yeah, no worries.
So the way that we lay out our one call close sales framework is intro, right? We introduce ourselves and tell them who we are, who we're with, and what we're calling about. Then from there, we go into fact finding, right? Does he already know about ceramic coating? Has he had it previously? Why does he want it again? And then from there, then we go into our demo, which is actually explaining through what we do and why the product could be a good fit for him and what options that we offer. Then from there, the close, which is, hey, here's the pricing. Here's which one you want to get.
Just to really briefly run through sort of our process. What we do with all of our ceramic coating packages is we'll start off with a full exterior detail for your vehicle. We'll go in with a clay bar treatment, just gets rid of any sort of like microcontaminants from the paint, gives us a nice smooth surface. We'll do a paint correction that will help the ceramic bond better with the clear coat, and then also just buff out any sort of scratches or almost if you do have anything like that. And then we apply the ceramic coating on top. So that's sort of what the process looks like. We also do a quick interior detail as well for all of our ceramic coating services. But does that sort of sound like something that you're interested in?
Possibly, yeah. I just ordered a 26 Tesla S, and so I'm getting it in about 2 weeks. And so I just I wanted to kind of start looking at options now for doing the coating. How long does the coating last? You get the best protection out of it for how long?
Yeah, so we actually have a few different options right now with like that 50% deal. It goes from 1 year all the way to 10 years. So we have a 1 year option, a 3 year, a 6 year, an 8 year, and a 10 year.
Very crucial that you have multiple different options in terms of ceramic coatings. Some people say, oh, well, you're giving people too many options, right? Or people can't figure out which one they want to decide. Everyone's going to have a budget and a cost that they're willing to spend inside of, buying something, right? Like whenever you go to a store, you're obviously like thinking inside your head, okay, I'm not going to spend more than $30 a shirt, or I'm not going to spend more than $500 going into the store. Everybody shops the same way, right? Everybody always has a budget. So if we're able to go ahead and figure out options associated with people's budgets, that way they can upsell and downsell themselves, that's how you'll be able to increase your close rate. A lot of people think maybe 1 to 2 options, whereas we have about 4 to 5 different options inside of everybody's bracket. So do you want to spend $500? You want to spend $1,000? You want to spend $1,800? You want to spend $2,500? You want to spend $3,000? This way they can upsell and downsell themselves. That way, no matter what their budget is, we have a product that's ready to go for them.
And now is definitely the best time too to get the coding done, because that way you're not locking in any imperfections. Like, the paint's in its best form, so definitely smart on your part. But
information and reaffirming to the client, right? Making the client feel good, letting him know, yeah, definitely a good idea that you're already thinking about going ahead and getting ceramic with the newer vehicle. That way we can go ahead and protect that paint while it's still fresh, because this is the eggshell around the exterior of the vehicle, right? So whatever it is that we lock in is what we lock in, and it's there for the extended period of time of the ceramic coating lifespan. So we went ahead and repeated, affirmed that to the client. He's like, yeah, it is, right? We're moving this sale forward, right? That's a moving this sale statement of saying, yeah, it is a good idea that you're going ahead and contacting us now while you have a new vehicle, and that's smart on your part.
Yeah, so honestly, a variety of options in regards to sort of how long you're planning on keeping the vehicle, budget, that type of thing. But just to give you some like quick price points, if you were to just go with like a 1-year coating, typically it is $825, and right now we're doing it for $580, and then it goes all the way up to a 10-year. So we have like the 10 years originally $3,400, and right now we're doing it for $2,700. So
and you said it goes up from 1 year to 3 or 5, because they usually keep vehicles for between 3 and 4 years, and then trade out, I guess.
yeah, so for you, if that's what you're thinking, we have like a 1 year, a 3 year, and a 6 year. That would probably be the best options for you. But if you'd like,
3 year.
yeah, so for the 3 year, typically it is $1,250, and right now we're doing it for $970. So $970 for the 3 year. You also get a matching 3-year warranty as well. So if there's any damages to the paint, any fading of the properties, like, who knows what can happen, but we completely like touch it up free of charge. If there is any problems, we honestly never have to do that, but it's just nice having that warranty in place.
Okay, are there any precautions? Is it like a stealth PPF? Like, you have to, there are certain products you have to use to wash it after the coating is done?
No, not at all. We just always recommend not doing any sort of like drive, and I'm sure you probably don't, but any drive for washes, because that can just make swirl marks on the vehicle. Besides that, when it comes to hand washing, then there's really no precautions that you have to take. That's just sort of what we recommend in regards to like regular maintenance. Have you considered doing like a front end PPF on the vehicle?
I have.
Always going for the upsell, right? We're on the call about ceramic. We've already been through the options. We've already been through the pricing. We've already been through the process. Now, as he's digesting things, we're trying to move the sale forward, right? We're trying to carry on the conversation since we have a newer vehicle. What does she say? She asked about the upsell. You can never be scared to ask a client if they will buy more services from you. Never. You will always make less money doing that. Every single client that we have, every single one of my team members knows they ask if they want something else. Do you want an engine bay detail? Do you want a wheel ceramic coating? Do you want your interior ceramic coating? Do you want glass ceramic coating? Every time you ask these questions, this is already a luxury service from the get-go. So the biggest thing we have to understand as we're on these calls, right, is this is a luxury service. This is not a necessity for somebody. This is a want, right? This is not a need, this is a want. So this person more than likely has disposable income. So the chances of us asking someone if they want to spend $1,500 instead of $1,000 is probably going to be pretty good, because they already have the $1,000 to throw away at the end, right? What's another $500? So just a perspective for you guys, never be scared to try and upsell somebody or ask somebody, because they don't need the service in the first place. They want the service, right? And they want the best service always. So here's another option for you, which is exactly what she just did.
The problem, I just got rid of a vehicle that had a PPF on the entire thing, had a 2500 truck, and I loved it. But it was just very limiting on what I could do with it, what I could wash. I use certain products, so I picked this color of car just so I wouldn't have to do any. But I might do the front end. I don't do a ton of traveling on the highway anymore anyway, so I don't know. I'm not really sure about it yet.
For sure. I mean, if you wanted to do a PPF, like, we definitely offer those services as well. I can even send over some videos of just our specific process, just so you know exactly what's going to be done to the vehicle. In regards to the paint protection film, we do have a special going on right now. I think it is like $3,900, and what it includes is the full front end PPF and a 10-year ceramic coating with the glass, the wheels, the rim. So that's like maximum, physical protection and chemical protection. So that's an option as well. I'm not too sure what exactly your budget is, but I can send all this information over to you if you would like.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Awesome, sounds good. And then in regards, I know you mentioned that you're getting the vehicle in about 2 weeks. Typically, we actually book up about 2 weeks in advance, so I can send all this over to you. Our special ends midweek next week. I think it's Wednesday that it's wrapping up. So I'll send all this over to you. That way you can take a peek and then maybe just like reconnect on Monday and we can just go over options. Does that sound good?
Okay, yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome. Do you have any questions for me right now or anything?
So there's two things that she did there, right? She said, number one, he's getting his vehicle in 2 weeks. Oh, that's actually perfect. We usually book about 2 weeks out, right? We're letting him know. He already said he wants to get the vehicle done once he gets the vehicle. So we're like, oh, hey, yeah, that's no problem. We already book out 2 weeks in advance. So it's best to go ahead and get it scheduled in the next couple of days. Also, what else did she say? She said that our sale is ending soon. What does that do? That creates the FOMO of the client being like, oh crap, I have to get in here. I have to get this service done or else I'm gonna miss out on the special pricing and pay more.
That you'd like me to add when I send you over information?
No, that was great. You answered all my questions. Thanks.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. Well, I will send all this over to you and then I'll just make a note to give you a quick buzz on Monday morning.
Sounds good. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Perfect. So this was on a Friday and then we went through. Then on the Monday, they went back through. They said, let me see, went back through. Are you still interested in getting your service vehicle done? Yes. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get you booked in. XYZ, so they called them. And then now we're on one more phone call.
Hello, good morning. This is Rachel. Hey, Rachel. This is Bella calling. I just speaking with Mike over text. I'm calling with Elite Pro Detailing. Do you mind if you transfer me over to him? Yeah, hang on just a second. You're with Elite Pro Detailing. What was your name? My name is Bella. Bella. Okay. Thank you. Hold on just a second. Awesome. Thanks.
So it looks like we're calling his work now. At this point, he's at work. We're trying to get a hold of him.
Hello.
Hey, Mike. This is Bella calling with Elite Pro Detailing. How are you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for asking. So I got your message that you spent the past 14 hours going to get your new vehicle. So
I did. I had a plan to Charlotte to get it. Of course, that's where you get them, and then wait for them like 6 hours, and then run all the way back. So it's a long day, but I'm finally getting settled back into the office and everything. So that's why I couldn't get back to you yesterday.
Yeah, no, of course, no worries. Well, I guess now that you actually have your vehicle, it's a good time to discuss some sort of protection for it.
Yeah.
All right, so in regards to ceramic, it looks like earlier we were talking about that 3-year for the $970. That was our discounted pricing that we were doing. I did actually speak with our manager before the call and said that we're willing to just honor those prices for the next few days because we did not have the vehicle at that point in time. So that's great. But yeah, so in regards to like sort of your opinion on the ceramic, do you have any questions for me about the process itself or the benefits or anything specific to your car that I can answer for you?
I do. Yeah, I do. Tell me what, so for the 3 year, is there a different product that you would use or a different application for you do the 1 year or the 5 year? I mean, what makes up the difference?
Yeah, exactly. So the difference between our products ranging from 1 to 10 is it's the exact same brand, it's a different product. The level of concentration is higher as you go up in years. So it's going to bond harder, thicker, flash harder, and just provide stronger properties for longer because of the more concentrated solution that we use. Alrighty, and just bear with me for a second. I'm grabbing in here.
No problem.
All right, so it is $970 for that 3 year. After tax, you're looking at $1057 and 30 cents. We do require a 10% deposit just to lock in that time slot. Are you comfortable with processing that over the phone?
Of course.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll put on my MX.
Amazing, sounds good.
Every single deal, right? Every single deal, you get a 10% deposit, which looked like they tried to connect on the following Monday on the previous text messages, then they got converted over. So it looks like a week and a half went by until we got this deal closed. But this is the power of having a CRM. This is the power of having your sales pipeline so dialed in. So that way, no matter if it's a day, if it's a week, if it's a month, if it's 3 months from a lead coming into your pipeline, you have tasks set up to follow up with these people. You have these people set up in categories of the way our pipeline goes is it's new contact, initial contact. Then we have cold lead, warm lead, hot lead, closed, disqualified. Now this guy was obviously in hot lead. We had the conversation with him. He identified that he knows our pricing. He identified he still has interest. He wants to get this done. He's got a brand new vehicle, a $60,000, $70,000 vehicle. He is an ICP that we want, right? He wasn't crazy on the phone asking us questions. He wasn't giving us any red flags. He was very easy, simple, easy to deal with. Those are the clients that we want. right? Gave zero objection to price. And then she stayed on the phone just to re-secure the deal, which I probably, if it was me on the phone, I would not have offered this discount again the special that we were running before, because we didn't get the deal locked in the time that we said. But she had a good cover for it, right? She said, hey, I spoke with my manager, and since you didn't have the vehicle at the time that we were speaking, and basically we want to work with you, we'll honor the discount of the $970. She did. After tax, $1,059, and then all of a sudden, boom, perfect. And this is the key about getting deposits, right? Is not making a big deal out of it. A lot of people that I've coached over the years have been like, oh my gosh, like so many people are like, oh, I don't feel comfortable giving my card over the phone. I don't feel comfortable giving my card over the phone. You create that objection before it's even there, right? So like before you actually go for the card, a lot of times people are like, oh yeah, it's $480, and then can I get a card number for a 10% deposit? And then they're like, huh? And that's what creates the sales resistance. Versus if you're like, okay, cool, sounds good. It's $480. And then just to get you locked in our system, we just need a 10% deposit. I can take a credit or debit card whenever you're ready, right? She said it's gonna be $1,059. We just need a 10% deposit to get you locked in. Yeah, do you have a credit card on you can use? Yeah, I have my Amex, boom.
I'm here until 5 o'clock. It might be done a little bit before that.
Well, I'm probably just going to be having an Uber over there, so it doesn't matter what time it is. If you let me know, I can get
Confirming details of the appointment. This is how long it's gonna take, X, Y, and Z.
So you'll see everything.
Okay.
Alrighty, just 1 second. Alrighty, and then I'm also going to send over, like I said, our ceramic coding guidelines. They'll get attached to email, our refund policy, liability waiver, all that's going to go over to you that we have in one spot for your convenience.
Letting him know ceramic coating guidelines is coming over, liability waiver, everything's gonna be shot over to the email. This is all the legal compliance stuff that keeps us in legalities, guys.
Cent is going to be $105.73. And whenever you are ready, 1 second.
3713.
1 second, 3713.
Boom, we're getting card number. And now deposit's paid, and then just like that, deal's done. That's how we position ourselves from start to finish of a close. Now there was a couple of minutes in there where they were just kind of going over details, maybe asking, oh, like, do you guys coat the wheels? Do you guys coat the glass? The X, Y, and Z? We skipped that part, but total conversation was 12 minutes and 51 seconds on this call. And then the last call that they had was 5 minutes and 56 seconds. So 17, 18 minutes, and we closed our $1,058 deal. So now, just to break it down for you, right? On the front end, on the introduction, on the fact finding, we built rapport, right? Which equals trust. That's what you wanna build from the get-go, a human connection, someone talking to someone. People buy from people, right? Yes, people buy from companies, but people buy from people. So immediately, our rep then building trust with the client and asking him questions, things like that, that immediately builds that trust. Then from there, we identify the pain point, right? Like, why is he getting ceramic coating? He's had it in the past. He likes to keep his cars clean, easy maintenance, and X, Y, and Z, protected against scratches. That's his motivation, right? How do we, if we need to in the close, if he gives us objections, this was a very easy call, right? This one was very straightforward, but these are probably 80 to 90% of our calls. Why are they like this? Because like I said, from the setup on the front end of the brand positioning that we have for these people, they see the reviews, they see the website, they see the social media posts, they see all the different things that we offer. And also too, the videos that we've packaged on the front end to send to our clients inside of our sales process is so dialed in that these people want to buy our stuff before they even get on the phone. They just need to know the details, the pricing, and then sometimes they need to think about it for a day or two, or sometimes they need to wait for the vehicle to come in. But a lot of times these are not crazy hard sells because of how we positioned ourselves in the front end. But if there were objections of I need to talk to the wife, or the price is too high, or whatever the case is on the back end, then we go back and use that pain as the motivation and say, well, I remember you telling me that you wanted to do X, Y, and Z, and this is why you wanted to do it in X, Y, and Z, da, da, da. And then you use that inside the close. The next thing is the authority. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is created on the front end and then also on the call. Authority of we know what we're doing, we know what we're talking about, we know the product, we know the process. This gives us that credibility that the client's looking for, and that justifies our premium price. And then lastly, we created the urgency on the offer, right? We created that urgency for the client, which created action, right? We told him, hey, here's the special offer. Hey, XYZ, that's how you create urgency on these phone calls. A lot of times, like, Again, I like to use these analogies. If you go into a store and they say, yeah, look at this shirt, and you're like, wow, this shirt looks nice. It's like 80 bucks. That's kind of expensive. But if they marked that shirt up to 120 and marked it down to $80 and they said the sale ends Friday, how much more likely would you be to buy that shirt? So we do the same thing with ceramic coatings. We take our ceramic coatings, they might be $600. We say they're $800, or you can take your ceramic that's $600, say it's $500, and then say, hey, the sale ends Friday. The next 5 people to book get the slot. And then from there, it's sales tactics that you can use to create urgency, to create action, and actually get deals closed. So guys, this is the difference between selling $300 details and $1,200 plus ceramic coatings. It's not about pushing harder. It's not about being on pushy sales calls. It's about positioning, it's about psychology, and solving bigger problems. Again, stop trading your time for money, start trading value for money. And once you master this, you're not just selling coatings, you're selling protection, peace of mind, and value. That's where 6-figure months are built. So if you want my scripts, my sales systems, my frameworks, click the link below, book a call with my team today. That way we can show you exactly what's inside of the full blueprint of all my scripts, of all my sequences, of all my upselling, all of my pricing and my packaging, so we can help you build the business you know you're capable of.